So I'm just giving you a secret. If you go out there, don't be the Mr. Too Good. Kila kitu naambiwa nasema yes, nini. You should be willing to lose everything every time. That's how it makes sense. You guys, wherever you are, you should be willing to start afresh from that moment right now. You should be willing to let go of everything, whatever it is you've left, where you've left it. This is advice I'm giving you, gentlemen. If you see a man and a woman fighting, just pretend like you've not seen anything, okay? Let them kill each other. Why involve kwa fight ambayo si yako? Don't be a captain save a horse. In fact, the best you can do ni utoe kamera urecord, alafu nitumie recording. Usiende hapo kujaribu kuseparate watu ati kujaribu kuwa mtu mzuri because of your ego. Oh, my ego is I need to separate the man and the woman and protect. Protect who? You don't know who you're protecting. You don't know who you're protecting when you're trying to separate the two. So since you don't know anything, hauna backstory, hauna context, wewe toa kamera yako, record.
Andrew Kibe is a man who once ruled the airwaves, a man whose voice was loud, raw, and unapologetic. He challenged norms, attacked hypocrisy, and inspired thousands. Yet, at the height of his fame, he lost it all. This is the story of Andrew Kibe, a man who rose from obscurity to become a media giant, only to fall under the weight of his own rebellion.
Where's you uko hapo umetuma text 600? You know, I was thinking about you and I thought that it's important that we at least get to know each other. Kanovia, okaguye no. Stupid!
Andrew Kibe was born in Nairobi in the mid-1970s, a time when Kenya was changing fast. His early life remains clouded in misery. But those who knew him describe a boy who always questioned authority. He was sharp, funny, and bold, the kind who never shied away from speaking his mind. Growing up in Nairobi, Kibe witnessed a society that celebrated silence and politeness, a culture where rebellion was frowned upon. But Kibe was different. He saw hypocrisy all around, in religion, in politics, and even in family life, and he swore to never be silent about it. Before fame, he lived an ordinary life. He once tried politics, vying for parliamentary seat in Langata in 2013. He lost, but he didn't stop talking. His early Facebook videos became popular for one reason. He said what others feared to say. In 2018, Kibe joined NRG Radio, one of Kenya's top urban stations. It was here that his raw and apologetic personality found a microphone big enough to echo across the nation. Together with co-host Kamenegoro, Kibe created Magic, a bold, entertaining, and often controversial morning show. The duo spoke openly about relationships, gender dynamics, and societal hypocrisy. Men loved him for defending what he called the boy child, while women criticized him for his harsh takes on modern feminism. But controversy only made him grow stronger. By 2019, Kibe's name had become synonymous with unfiltered truth. Then came Kiss 100, the mainstream platform that made him a national sensation. Kibe had arrived. He was now one of the most listened to voices in Kenya. But behind the laughter and bold opinions, storm clouds were gathering. After a few years in mainstream media, Kibe began to feel trapped. The rules, the restrictions, and the corporate censorship, all of it suffocated his free spirit. He wanted independence. He wanted freedom. In 2021, Kibe made a radical decision. He quit radio and launched his own media venture, Rogue Radio. This was to be his personal empire, a space where no boss could tell him what to say. Around the same time, he shifted to YouTube, the global stage. Here, Kibe could say whatever he wanted, however he wanted. His videos exploded. His channel attracted hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of views poured in from around the world. Kibe had reinvented himself from radio host to digital revolutionary. But freedom has its price. The same independence that gave him power will soon isolate him from the very system that once supported him. Kibe's YouTube content became his new weapon. He spoke boldly about sex, politics, religion, and hypocrisy in Kenyan culture. He called out public figures from celebrities to pastors, exposing what he believes were double standards and lies. Many saw him as a fearless truth teller. Others saw him as a toxic misogynist. But one thing was certain, no one ignored Andrew Kibe. His message was clear: men must wake up. He positioned himself as the defender of masculinity in an era where he believed men were losing their voice. To some, he was a hero, to others, a villain. But as his fame grew, so did his enemies. Critics accused him of hatred, bullying, and arrogance. Supporters said he was simply being real, saying what society was too afraid to confront. As his online empire grew, Kibe made another surprising move. He left Kenya. He relocated to the United States, seeking more freedom and perhaps safety. From there, he continued his broadcasts, still speaking about Kenya from afar. His studio in America became a virtual battleground. Every night, millions tuned in to listen to the man who refused to bow to social norms. But away from home, Kibe's voice slowly began to echo into isolation. Critics in Kenya dismissed him as irrelevant, an outsider shouting at clouds. Yet his fans insisted distance made him freer. Still, rebellion comes with consequences. With no platform limits, Kibe's words grew harsher and bolder, sometimes reckless. The line between truth-telling and provocation began to blur. Then one morning in 2023, everything changed. YouTube permanently terminated Andrew Kibe's main channel, a channel that had over 500,000 subscribers and millions of views. No clear explanation was given, but YouTube cited policy violations. To Kibe, it was censorship. To others, it was karma. In an instant, years of work disappeared. Thousands of videos vanished. His income was cut off. His empire was gone. He tried to rebuild, opening new channels and promoting his own platform in Africa, but the damage was done. The fall was painful and public. Once the king of controversy, Kibe now faced the brutal reality of digital exile. His story became a warning to all creators who depend entirely on online platforms for survival. Behind the loud voice and fierce opinions is a man who has endured heartbreak and loss. Kibe went through a divorce, spoke openly about failed relationships, and often used his personal pain to fuel his message about modern society. Some say his rebellion came from wounds he never healed. Others believe he simply saw the world too clearly and couldn't play along with its hypocrisy. In his videos, he laughs, he mocks, he provokes. But beneath that laughter lies something deeper, a man searching for meaning in a world that no longer values truth. Kibe's story is more than just about one man. It's a mirror reflecting Kenya's society, where freedom of speech collides with digital censorship and fame turns ordinary people into lightning rods of controversy. He is both a hero and a warning, a rebel who fought against conformity yet became a prisoner of his own rebellion. His fall is not only about losing a YouTube channel, it's about losing the balance between freedom and responsibility. Kibe once said, "I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not." That statement, more than anything, defines his legacy. Today, Andrew Kibe continues to create content on smaller platforms, trying to rebuild what was lost. He is still followed by thousands who believe in his message of self-reliance and truth-telling. His story is a lesson to every upcoming content creator. Freedom is powerful, but fragile. Platforms can elevate you, but they can also erase you. Controversy can give you fame, but it can also destroy you. For Kenya's creative industry, Kibe's journey is a reminder that unfiltered truth can both make and break a brand, and that sometimes rebellion without reflection leads to ruin. Andrew Kibe may have fallen from the heights of fame, but his voice still echoes, loud, raw, and unforgettable. He changed how Kenyans view free speech, masculinity, and media. He proved that one man with a microphone could change an entire system. But he also showed that the same microphone can become a weapon, one that turns against its master. Fame gave him power, freedom gave him voice, rebellion gave him purpose, but together they also brought him down. As the curtain falls on his story, one question remains: did Andrew Kibe fall, or did he simply refuse to kneel? This has been The Fall of Andrew Kibe, how fame, freedom, and rebellion changed everything.